The bond between Russia and India is not a recent development. It's a story rooted deep in the Cold War era. When the world was split between two major power blocs, the United States and the Soviet Union, India chose a path of non-alignment. However, despite this official stance, New Delhi found a reliable and steadfast partner in Moscow. The Soviet Union provided India with critical economic aid, industrial technology, and most importantly, advanced military hardware at a time when other nations were hesitant. This support was not merely transactional, it formed the bedrock of a deep-seated trust and mutual respect that has endured for decades. This created a unique legacy of cooperation between the two vast nations. This historical relationship was cemented by shared geopolitical interests and a common vision for a world not dominated by a single power. During critical moments in India's history, such as the 1971 war with Pakistan, the Soviet Union's diplomatic and military backing proved indispensable. The Indo-Soviet Treaty of Peace, Friendship and Cooperation, signed that same year, formalized this special relationship, a partnership that weathered the storm of global political change for many years. The modern reinvigoration of the Russia-India partnership is built upon three crucial pillars: trade, technology, defense. On the trade front, they are aggressively seeking ways to bypass the dominance of the US dollar in international transactions. They have been pioneers in developing mechanisms for rupee-ruble trade, a move designed to insulate their economic relationship from Western sanctions and financial pressures. This is particularly significant in the energy sector, where India has dramatically increased its purchases of Russian oil, often at discounted prices. In the realm of defense, cooperation goes far beyond buyer-seller transactions. Russia and India are now deeply engaged in joint research. A prime example is the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. India proceeded with the purchase of the Russian S-400 Triumph air defense system. This decision sent a clear message about India's commitment to its strategic autonomy. The third pillar, technology, is an area of burgeoning cooperation. Space exploration, digital technologies. They are exploring joint projects in areas like nuclear energy, thus reinforcing their shared goal of strategic independence. The deepening alliance between Russia and India is a significant catalyst in the global shift away from a unipolar world dominated by the United States towards a multipolar one. This emerging order is characterized by several major powers, each exerting regional and global influence: cooperation in BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and the SCO. These platforms coordinate policy and promote a worldview that challenges the post-Cold War status quo. This partnership alters the strategic calculus in Asia in its rivalry with China, creates a diplomatic channel. The economic implications are profound. Moves to de-dollarize trade, this slowly erodes the financial architecture that supported American influence. The United States is, observing the strengthening Russia-India relationship with a mixture of concern and strategic patience. From Washington's perspective, this partnership definitely complicates its primary foreign policy objectives. A key goal for the United States is to isolate Russia on the global stage, especially after its actions in Ukraine. India's refusal to condemn Moscow's massive purchases of Russian oil. This really places the United States in a tough spot. It sees India as a critical partner in its Indo-Pacific strategy to counter China, yet also views New Delhi's actions as providing a lifeline to a major adversary. This dilemma forces the United States into a pretty delicate balancing act. Washington has tools to pressure India, most notably the threat of sanctions under CAATSA for the purchase of the S-400 missile system. But imposing such sanctions would be highly counterproductive. So the United States has so far opted for a waiver, prioritizing the relationship with India over punishment. U.S. policy has focused on persuasion and incentives rather than coercion, showing the U.S. can be a more reliable and technologically superior partner over time. In conclusion, the revitalized partnership between Russia and India is, honestly, more than just a continuation of a historical friendship. It's a calculated response to the realities of the 21st century global landscape. As we stand here on September 11, 2025, it's clear that this relationship is a key factor reshaping the international balance of power. It represents a powerful assertion of strategic autonomy by two major nations who are determined to chart their own course. By deepening their cooperation in trade, defense, and technology, they're not only advancing their mutual interests, but also actively constructing an alternative to a world order dominated by a single superpower. This is a deliberate move towards multipolarity. The impact of this partnership extends far beyond their bilateral relations. For many countries in the global south, the pragmatic, interest-driven approach of the Russia-India relationship offers an appealing model, demonstrating that it's possible to maintain good relations with multiple competing power centers without being forced to choose sides in a new Cold War. The United States now finds itself in a complex strategic predicament. The unipolar moment has passed. It signals the dawn of a different dynamic,